All right, everyone. Tonight I wanted to shake things up a bit, no pun intended, with my name being Salt, of course, and do things a bit differently and have more of a discussion type video instead of the informational type videos that I normally put out on the channel. So it's going to be more like of a podcast style where there's really not going to be a whole lot of super important stuff going on the actual screen. But I wanted to tackle a few points of discussion. And if you guys end up enjoying this, let me know by leaving a like. If you don't, let me know in the comments or things that I can do to improve. But these are some things that I've wanted to talk about for a while. So there's three things in particular. First up on the list is going to be Plarium's recent mistakes. And I'll explain what I mean by this in just a second, because that's going to be the first thing that I talk about. The second thing on the list is going to be the boss index and the recent discovery of the speed glitch. And finally, the last thing on the list for today is going to be the recent shop offers that have been popping up lately and how they've been very bad in comparison to the shop offers that we had about a month to a month and a half ago. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start off with number one here, Plarium's recent mistakes. Now, this is actually something that I decided I wanted to talk about today when I took a look at the recent event that we got, which is an artifact enhancement event, and when I saw the rewards. So yesterday, just like all events, or almost all events anyway, we usually get a pop-up between 12 to 24 hours or so before the actual event starts. I was excited, of course, because Artifact Enhancement, great event for me. I have a lot of silver. I know that might not be the case for everyone, but I always get excited for these because I know I'll be able to complete them, and I was especially excited to see that we had a Void Shard, an Epic Skill Book, and a Legendary Skill Book. The problem is, though, when you actually take a look at the rewards, which we were able to do today when the event started, if you scroll down, you'll see that there is no legendary skill book. There is the Void Shard and the Epic Skill Tome, but on the banner, which usually is a very good representation of the rewards that we are going to get, like for this Champion Training event, it has an Ancient Shard, a Void Shard, and a Sacred Shard. All of these are in this Champion Training event. But for the Artifact Enhancement events, we don't have that Legendary Tome. So, it seems like it's a harmless mistake by Plarium. I could see how this happens. They probably reuse a lot of the banners for a lot of the events. And normally, this wouldn't really be something that noteworthy. But the problem is, I feel like we've been seeing these happen more and more frequently. And after these things happen so often, you have to ask yourself the question, is it a mistake, or is there some way that Plarium is doing this in a way where it's not actually a mistake? Now, I mean, I could put on my tinfoil hat for this one. It's going to be really tough to say. I'm kind of interested in your guys' input. What do you guys think about this? The reason why I'm skeptical as well is because of all the stuff that's been going on lately, especially yesterday I made an entire video talking about the market and how with the Champion at Chase tournament that is going on right now, of course, you get points for acquired champions through all sorts of different methods, but you get double the points from champions in the market. But there's no mention of that anywhere in the actual description of the Champion Chase tournaments. It still says that you get 1 point. I don't know if this is a glitch, if it's a bug. It's not a visual bug. Again, I spent the entire video yesterday talking about the Champion Chase tournament and this in detail, but you do get double the points. And again, is this a mistake by Plarium, or is this intentional? It's really hard to say. And of course, they had their most infamous mistake a couple of weeks ago, where there was actually an offer in the shop that said double rates for Void Shards. So there was a Void offer that popped up. Double rates for Void pulls, said double the chance for Epics and Legendaries. The problem is there was no double rates event going on. So people spent real money on that offer and then pulled on shards thinking that they were getting double the rates for their pulls when they actually weren't. Now, they could have ended up accidentally putting up the same pack that they put up for Void Shards when there is a double rates event going on, or again, is it really a mistake? It's hard to say. They did compensate people for that, but it turns out that the compensation was not as good as I thought it would be. So, it is a bit shady. It is a bit strange. And after a while, you have to ask yourself, are these things really mistakes, or is there some way that Plarium is doing these things at least a bit intentionally for their own little agenda? So anyway, time to take the tinfoil hat off for that one right there. I'll ask again, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about the recent mistakes that Plarium has been making? And do you think that there is a chance that they are intentional, or do you really truly think that they are all honest mistakes? So that's going to be wrapping up the first thing that I wanted to talk about. Now moving on to number 2 on the list, and that is the boss index and the recent discovery of the speed glitch. Now, those of you guys who have been keeping an eye on the channel, you probably know that I've tried putting up a couple of videos talking about this already, but it turns out whenever something crazy happens in Raid Shadow Legends, I feel like I do not do a very good job of getting my thoughts together very well, and I just rush to put a video out as soon as possible because I get really excited to talk about it, and I don't think I conveyed very well what I was trying to talk about when it comes to these things. So I'm going to try to talk about it a little bit here and explain a little bit better about what is going on, give you guys the information, and then I'm just going to kind of leave the decision up to you guys. Whether you want to participate, whether you don't, I'll tell you guys what it's all about, the possible risks, and then the decision will be up to you. So the boss index, it turns out that there was a recent discovery. I believe it was posted on the Reddit a couple days ago, a week ago, or something like that. I know Chofly Mobile ended up making a video after it was discovered as well. But there is a hidden boss index, very similar to the champion index that we have here, where you can take a look at all the different champions and the information and skills that they have. There's actually something very similar that you can access except for bosses. I don't know exactly how to do it. I know it can be a little bit complicated. I heard it's easier on mobile devices than on the actual PC, but this is just a screenshot of what it looks like right here. Very similar to the champion index, except for bosses. It is very buggy. It is very glitchy because it's probably not something that regular players are supposed to be able to access. So it is definitely crazy. Now, after the discovery of this hidden boss index, even more things were discovered, and apparently there is a way that you can somehow use your mouse to click on certain things in the boss index and do things in a certain way to actually make it so that when you run content in game, it skips the animations. So what does that mean? It means that it still costs the same amount of energy. It means that it's technically not easier, because if you were to fail that content at a regular pace, even with the animations, if you skip the animations, you're still going to fail. It's just now you're going to fail a lot quicker. But it does make that content a lot quicker. And I'm talking about way, way quicker. I mean, most endgame players are probably running Dragon around a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something in that general area. Now, with this crazy speed glitch that you can get access to through that boss index, people are running the Dragon in like 8, 10, 12 seconds, something crazy. I don't even know exactly how long. I do know that it is incredibly fast. It looks crazy, but it's pretty clear that this is not working as intended. You have to access the hidden boss index just to be able to do this, and then once you do access the hidden boss index, you have to do something else in a weird way just to be able to get this glitch to work. So it's pretty clear that it's not working as intended. I know that there are a lot of YouTubers out there who have made videos about this, going through and actually using this speed glitch. A lot of people are talking about it, and I'm not going to say, don't do it, guys, you'll 100% get banned, or it's okay to do it, there's nothing that's going to happen. I'll just say that I would proceed with caution, know that there are possible risks. It is not working as intended, and however Plarium chooses to approach the situation and players doing things when it's pretty clear that they're not working as intended, that's going to be up to them. So that's all I'm really going to say on the matter. I personally will not be participating in this just because I want to make sure to do everything in my case to not get in any kind of trouble. I value the time and effort that I put into my account way too much to even take a risk. So that's what I'm going to be doing, but you guys can go ahead and decide on your own. So let me know what you guys think about all that craziness. Do you guys think it'll be fixed anytime soon as well? How do you guys think that Plarium is going to approach this situation? Feel free to let me know in the comments. And the final thing that I want to end up talking about in the discussion video today is the recent shop offers, and they are bad. They have been very, very bad. I have not seen a single good offer in the shop in a while now. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I value certain things a little bit differently than other people. But generally speaking, in comparison to the offers that we were getting in the shop about a month to a month and a half ago, closer to Thanksgiving and Black Friday, nothing has even come close. Now, I will tell you guys that personally, when it comes to shop offers, I try to find things as close to a value of 100 gems worth of goods or whatever you're purchasing per 1 USD. I know I have a video up on the channel from a little while ago talking about this in a bit more detail, so I'm not going to really get too far into that. But if we take a look at the shop offers, ancient shards, for example, you can actually calculate the price on those pretty easily by going to the gem shop. You can buy big shard packs for 900 gems. You get 11 of them. So you're looking at around 82, 83 gems per ancient shard. So this ancient shard pack, that's 5 times 80. You know, you're looking at around 400 or so gems worth of ancient shards, then another 500 gems. You're looking at a little over 900 gems for 15 USD. That is not even close to that ratio of what I look for when it comes to evaluating whether to make a purchase or not. So this special ancient pack is definitely not that special after all. Same with the special progress pack. I know there are certain people who like these, and they are one of the few energy offers that we actually get in the game. Energy is very valuable, definitely going to be one of the best things to spend your gems on. But when you break down the gems worth of energy that you get and the total value of this pack, again, it doesn't even come close to the value of what I am looking for when it comes to making purchases. So full energy times 4, that's 40 energy or 40 gems per refill. So 40 times 4, that's 160. Then we got 600 energy, which is a little bit over 4 full energy refills if you're level 60, of course. If not, that's a little bit of a different story. This pack's actually probably a little bit better if you're not level 60, because that 600 energy might have a little bit more value, but it's not going to be a huge difference. So you're looking at another 160 to 180 gems or so there. So that's 350 or so gems from the full energy and the 600 energy here, and then 300 additional gems. Again, 650 or so gems worth of total value for 10 USD. Not even close to that value of 100 gems per 1 USD that I'm usually looking for. So not a great pack. We have these Conqueror packs, which honestly probably going to be one of the better things out there right now. I still do not purchase these. They've gotten worse. There used to be a better one for $5 that had everything this one has, except it had an additional ancient shard, so they just straight up took one of the ancient shards out of these. Definitely the best value out of everything, but it's just so much random mixed stuff that unless you are going to use everything here and you need everything here, you know, I just don't really see too much of a reason to buy these unless, again, you just need everything here. So I bought a couple of these earlier on. I haven't been buying them recently, but it's pretty safe to say with how much those have been popping up that they're going to be reoccurring in the shop offers. And then, of course, gear packs, which are probably going to be the worst offers of them all. It's hard to really put an exact value on these because you don't really get anything with like concrete gem value. Gears, very random. It's either going to be really, really good or really, really bad, especially with the gloves, chest, and the boots. And as I always say, when it comes to the gear offers, unless you are a major spender, there's much better uses for your money just because of how random the gear can be. I mean, most of the time, you're going to end up buying this pack, spending $35, and most of the gear that you get is just not going to be good. So, you know, it's a huge gamble and not worth it for the majority of people playing. So not that great in comparison to Black Friday. I'm not too sure how Plarium does things when it comes to pack offers and prices and all that crazy stuff. But, you know, I could say that I know in December I spent, I think the most that I've spent in raid, or maybe it wasn't actually December, it was November. I think it was November, which was Black Friday month. That I spent the most. And then over the last couple of weeks, I have really not spent that much. I think I renewed my raid pass, bought a couple of the rookie packs, which honestly I don't even do that much, but there's just nothing else. I want to make sure to stock up on some ancient shards for a double rates event if we get one. And I have not been buying that much in the shop for many weeks now, which is very unusual. You guys know that I spend roughly you know, $100 or so per month. It's gone up a bit since I started making YouTube videos, but in that general ballpark on Raid Shadow Legends. But lately I have not been spending that much because the offers have not been that great. So that is going to be everything that I wanted to talk about in the video today. I'm really hoping that you guys did enjoy this more of a discussion type video. Thank you guys, everyone, for listening and watching, of course. If you have any feedback that you want to give me, feel free. If you enjoy these types of videos, of course, and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate all the support, everyone. Once again, tossing a like on this video really means a lot because I don't normally do a ton of videos like this, so it'll give me a good idea to gauge whether to do more of these types of videos in the future or not. And that's going to be it for today. More Raid Shadow Legends videos should be popping up on the screen right about now. Feel free to check them out. And until next time, this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.